Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Behind me, 2011 Hyundai Sonata. We're gonna be replacing the starter motor. So, let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is disconnect the negative battery cable, 10 millimeter. Just set that aside. Now let's work on getting our airbox and ducting removed. Our duct in the front, we have two 10 millimeter bolts. This whole thing can pop out. Right in here, connected to our throttle body, is a 10 millimeter clamp. It's either a 10 mil clamp or a Phillips. Just loosen that clamp. Up here, we'll remove these clamps for our airbox. Two in the back. And then there's a little hose right here. Just get that with a pair of pliers. We can remove this, just pull up. It's held on with grommets. It should just snap off. Pliers, get this clamp removed. Push back, and then this will slide right off. Now our whole lid and ducting should come off all together. Give it a wiggle. We don't have to remove it completely, but we will just tuck it out of the way, just like that. The next thing the manual has us do is remove our throttle body. Not too crazy, we have one electrical connector on the side. Just pinch and pull off. And then four 10 millimeter bolts. You have to feel for that back one. Wiggle this off. And just set it aside. And that gives us better access to our starter motor bolts. Let's see if I can just push this back. There, kind of holds there. If you want to take this out 100%, there's two coolant hoses down below. You just have to remove, it'll come out. But this is good enough. Also, now is a good time to clean out your throttle body. The rubber gasket that stays behind, that is reusable. You just have to feel it. If it protrudes from the groove that it's in, great. If it's flat, then we'll want to replace it. Just depending on how old your vehicle is. Well, that is it from up here for now. Let's go underneath. There's one bracket we have to take off. We have to remove this plastic shield. It's held on with 10 millimeter bolts. Right here in the front, if you pull this lip down, it'll reveal a bolt right here in the corner. With a little extension, get right on it. And if you come down about the middle, there's two bolts. And then just like on this corner, there's another one over here. And that is it for the front fasteners. In the back, you'll see it on the outside of the shield. So it's not in the center, but it's on the outside. There's one here, one in the middle, and then one on this end. And then there's three clips in the back as well. Just use a little angled pick, pop out those clips. If the pick's not working, you could try a small flat screwdriver. Well, I'm having trouble getting these clips off, so there is an alternative method. Let me show you. Everything should be a 10 millimeter. Oh, I lied. There's a Phillips I didn't see. Just slide it back. Somebody lost a tool. Now we'll remove the second half. This one has a couple of Phillips too. I would probably take the Phillips out first if I did this again, but we got it. So we'll just slide it down and back. There we go. I got perfect access. Let me get my socket on there. I'm using a deep socket with a 6-inch extension. I might switch to a shallow socket. The fan is kind of in the way. Let's crack this one loose. There we go. Let me go to a shallow socket. AC line was kind of in the way. There we go. Once it's loose, I think we can get the rest by hand or with my electric ratchet. See what my hand does. Sorry, I'm bumping you around. Not quite. Let's get those two up above. For those, I have a little longer extension just for the reach. Crack those loose. Oh, nice. Okay, that was easy enough. Get my electric ratchet on it. Let's try the electric ratchet for these. I think if that AC line was not in the way, that would be so great. Okay, I think that's it. That'll give us the room we need to slide our starter out. If we want it out all the way, we just have to take a pair of pliers, pinch that electrical retainer, and then push it through. There. All right, let's go back up top. We'll unbolt the 2 starter bolts and then come back down and get our electrical. Our 2 starter bolts are 14 millimeter. Just get on there, crack it loose. And get the bottom one. Get the rest of it with my electric ratchet. There's 1 and 2. Top back under. Hopefully this works. The best angle I could get for you. But we'll just take the starter, pull it away. You want to angle it. Oh, there you go. Let's try that again. So we're just pulling it out. We're angling it down so we can get access to our electrical connectors. There, right there in the back. Let me make sure you can see that. There, I'll aim it towards you. So we have this here, just pinch and pull. There we go. That comes off. Then we have this boot here, comes up. That reveals, looks like a 12 millimeter. Let me get that. There's a socket on it. Okay. Now that can come off. There. That's it. So the starter's out. It comes out right where you are. So I'm gonna have to move you, and then we'll put in our new starter. Before installing our new starter, we wanna match it up with our old starter and just make sure everything's the same. And we'll slide it in. We'll get our electrical, plug in our plug first. Then we'll get that boot on. There we go. Get our nut on. And it doesn't give us a torque spec, so just good and snug. You definitely don't want to strip this, or you'll have to get a new starter. So just good and snug. All right, let me reposition you. Now we'll turn the starter around. We want the gears facing towards the transmission or towards the engine. There we go. I think that's it. Throwing this bottom bolt, I know you can't see it where my finger is. Just above that is that bottom starter bolt. We can line up the starter, get a few threads started. There, nice, got it. And then it'll be easier to line up that top bolt. Okay, while we're down here, let's put our bracket back on. Slide this in. Got this electrical, we can just plug it back in to the back. Let's see, where was that? Over here? There. It actually kind of holds it in place. There we go. And we'll just get them all started first. Kind of a weird angle for my wrist. Last one. Nice. Get these ones in the manifold first. I'm gonna try a smaller extension. This is a 3-inch extension. I don't think it's gonna be any better. Oh, maybe. The torque on these is 13.7 to 17.5, so somewhere in there. I'm gonna go right in the middle at 15. Not sure how these are gonna work. One more. Nice. I could throw our skid plate back on. I'll feed that top bolt in. You can grab hold of the starter just a little if you need to tilt it one way or the other. Suck it all down. The torque on these are between 31 and 40 foot-pounds. So I'll go kind of in the middle, about 35, 36. There's the top one. All right. Put our throttle body back on. I had to bungee it out of the way because it kept falling on me. 4 bolts. Always get your stuff hand started first before using any power tools. We'll snug these down. The torque on these are between 7 and 9 foot-pounds. Gonna do a crisscross. Plug in our electrical connector. Put our airbox lid and duct back on. And a little hose up here real quick. That clamp on. Just snug on the clamp. Snap this back into place. Reposition you. Pop this on. And these 2 bolts are just good and snug. Negative cable back on. Just snug so it doesn't move on us. Okay. Last but not least is our engine cover. Snap that in. We're good. Let's start it up. Nice, that's it, we're done. All right, there you go. That's how you can place your starter motor on your Sonata. All in all, not too crazy. I think the hardest part is just getting that metal bracket off that's attached to the manifold and the engine. You can get to it from up above. I find getting it from underneath is a little easier if you can crawl under. Other than that, pretty straightforward. Thanks for watching. I'll have links in the description for all the parts and tools used. If you have any questions, comment, post down below. Hope your repair goes well. See you on the next one.